Old Man Jenkins lived alone in the decrepit mansion at the edge of town. For decades, the townsfolk avoided the house, spinning tales of dark rituals and ghostly apparitions. Jenkins himself was a shadowy figure, rarely seen but always the subject of hushed conversation. One stormy night, young Emma and her friends dared each other to enter the mansion. Armed with flashlights and courage, they stepped through the creaking door. The air inside was thick with dust and the scent of decay. Tattered curtains fluttered in the draft, and every step they took echoed ominously through the empty halls. As the group ventured further, the temperature seemed to drop, and their breath became visible in the eerie gloom. They reached the grand staircase, its once majestic banister now covered in cobwebs. A distant chime rang out, as if an unseen clock were marking the hour. Nervous giggles gave way to uneasy silence. Suddenly, a low whispering began, seemingly coming from the walls themselves. The incomprehensible murmurs grew louder, surrounding the group. Panicked, they shone their flashlights wildly, but saw nothing but dust and shadows. Emma's heart pounded as she felt an icy hand brush against her arm. She turned, but saw no one. The whispers grew into a cacophony, filling their ears with dissonant voices. The group tried to flee, but the door slammed shut with a deafening crash. Trapped, they huddled together, their flashlights flickering. Just then, the figure of Old Man Jenkins appeared at the top of the staircase. His eyes were hollow and his mouth twisted into a ghastly smile. "Welcome," he said in a voice that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere. "You should not have come here." With that, the walls began to close in, and the whispers turned into screams. The children's terrified cries were swallowed by the darkness as the mansion consumed them whole. By morning, the house stood silent once more, a mere relic of unspeakable horrors. And Old Man Jenkins? He disappeared, as if he had never existed, leaving only the legends of those who dared to enter and were never seen again.